Welcome to Round Glass. I'm Miriam Parker, and I'm full of joy to be guiding you in today's session on uncovering your true desire. So, I want to start our session with some intention setting, just as I introduce the meditation practice. Just begin to think about why you're here. And I want to give you full agency and support. To allow yourself to make your intention not separate from an intention that you would have in your what we call off the cushion life, for lack of a better word. I really want to encourage that. Today's session is really dedicated and curated specifically to support and acknowledge that wish that you have, that pulse behind what makes your drum, your heart beat. Because meditation is a tool to help you see something closer, more intimately, to gain understandings through that gaze. We use that idea of the mind, of awareness, like a light or a magnifier. So today we will shine that gaze on desire and intention. So we're going to use meditation to kind of look at where you're at right now and what is uncovering some of those desires that are maybe not getting the playtime that they deserve. So knowing what you want, being aware of a desire is a skill set. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Knowing what you want is a practice, and it takes some skill to create a practice to find that, you know. And part of that skill is quite simple. We'll talk about that in a minute. So desires can feel really big, right? Sometimes we have these big desires, and the quality of the bigness of that desire keeps us from wanting it. We're like not allowed to have it. It's like as though we have this desire and our mind bounces off of it right away because our pragmatic thinking thinks, oh, I can't do it. It's too much. But just recognizing the desire opens up the capacity to find some of that desire in maybe smaller steps. So desires can feel really big, but fulfilling them can be quite easy. Now, this might not feel apparent to you, but I want you to put that in your pocket, okay? Many times we suppress our desires because they feel big. So I said that, or we judge them. So how do we uncover our desires and let them be heard? So how do we have a practice that we are gaining the fortitude to invite these bigger feelings to come? So we have to create a safe and non-judgmental space where there are no wrong answers. We create space to tend to know nothing else except for just listening to whatever arises. And then the other thing that helps us to uncover these desires is remembering the importance of having that clarity around knowing what you want. You know, so let me mind you, you have a space right now that's safe. And when you have clarity of what you want, you can begin to ask for it, right? You know, always a big obstacle sometimes is we don't know what to ask for. So knowing what you want gives you that clarity. And when you have that clarity of what you want, you know what you can do to keep it. And how can when we have clarity of what we want, we understand better what to take up and what not to take up. What is going to help feed this thing that we desire and what is not going to help feed that thing that we desire. And when we're doing these things that really nourish us, we're happier. And when we are happier, we're kinder to others. So I hope that's some sort of fuel to get you excited around taking some time to find that clarity. So thank you for those who shared. in the intention part of this meditation. So someone shared that they want to get in shape. I want to get in shape. I want to make more money. I also want to make more money. I can relate to these intentions. And sometimes we tend to think that these are not spiritual aspirations, but they are real things that would bring us joy. And you know what joy does? Joy is the force behind creation. So if you're creating your life, moving from a place of joy is a really good place to begin. So I invite you to try to find a connection between the practice you're doing now. How can that practice help to give you the strength and support you need to get into shape, to bring in the income you want? They're all connected. So find a seat that feels conducive to your practice today. Enjoy taking a few breaths as you do so, as you choose wisely today. You might have your feet firmly planted on the ground in a chair. Try something new. If you do so, please bring your seat to the edge of the chair so you can use that verticality of the spine. If you need support, then lean back. The important thing is that you're in a posture that feels comfortable and conducive to quietude. We're taking just a few breaths to usher in our mind, a mind that has been a little scattered, probably attending to our daily habits. Use the breath to invite the mind in. We have the opportunity to really play in the realm of what brings us joy. So use that prompt to continue to attend to your physical form, looking for relaxation in the legs to help support the sensation of joy, tranquility in the body. And notice that you don't need to do too much. The body will auto-correct itself. It is like the heart looking for that pleasure. So if we let go of manipulation of the body, and become the watcher, we have the pleasure of admiring the body do what the body does. Keep releasing the muscles around your hips and groin. Practicing letting go and just admiring the body find its own balance. And then see if you can inject a little sense of humor at seeing what balance might feel like to you is different than what you thought. Keep breathing into the lower abdomen, encouraging that release to happen. And see if you can feel satisfied to just tend to the body through watching. And any desires that begin to percolate around your physical body, offer them to yourself. If you want to make a large gesture of shifting, do it. Move your attention to the lower back, pulling the lower abdomen in and up just slightly, and then relaxing the abdominal muscles, just keeping just enough to support the lower back. Keep your mind in a posture of tending to the body. By simply holding space. Climb your mind up the vertebrae, one vertebrae at a time, till you get to the nape of your neck. Feel the levity, the natural levity, the upward pull to the sky. And allow the shoulders to drop down. Let go of the muscles. Release the tension around your eyes, specifically between your brows. Drop the jaw. And we'll take 10 breaths. We'll use the breath to pull us in towards a deeper awareness of sensation in the body. So with each exhalation, we're going to release more tension. Release, release, release. With each inhale, I want you to imagine you're drawing light into the body, filling up, illuminating the sensations that you have uncovered. And on the exhale, just release into the sensation even more. And we're going to focus on the area of joy in the heart. And the heart is behind the sternum, but you can make the heart, the location, quite big so it can fill your whole body. Breathing in, drawing light, looking for area of pleasure and joy. Maybe a memory appears as well And on the exhale, really feel embodied by that sensation that you have uncovered. Essentially tucking your mind inside the covers of your heart, trying to get to the center of the where all the gooey, yummy stuff is. Now imagine that you are in the center of your heart, and the light that you have been drawing in is now focused right there. Choose the color of light that feels the most joyful for you. And then imagine you are inside the room of your heart, and it's beautiful. And in that room is a treasure chest full of potential, full of joy that will be the catalyst for creation in your life, creating healthy body, creating more fiscal security. And you can visualize an actual treasure chest, opening it up, and you're looking for those feelings that, when they are brought to mind, it shifts your energy in your body. There's a feeling of excitement. And when you feel that, no matter what it is, I want you to see if you can let go of some judgment. Just assume that there's a little bit of judgment. Is this okay to want? And I want you to let it go. Let go as much as you can of that judgment. Nobody else is watching you. I'm simply inviting you to feel the experience that that object idea is offering you. And we're looking for things that the thought of them would really give you satisfaction. If you had that, you would have a sensation of this. I'm finally there. So as you look through the treasure chest, it can be like a carousel of all your favorite things. You get to touch them and experience them in your meditation. Mentally try them on, see if they light you up. Enjoy them and then set them down if they don't. A way of uncovering the desire is to know that you're safe and to release judgment. To start small, maybe with your favorite environment or song or a food, an action that always brings you joy. See yourself in that action. Listen to that sound. Wearing that favorite outfit, holding hands with that person that you want to hold hands with. Begin to use the breath to draw in that thing that you know you want, but you don't always let yourself hear it. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale. We'll make room for it. Inhale, draw it in. On the next few breaths, try to commit. Try to commit to that thing. And then begin to settle into the idea of taking responsibility for it. And this is where we do it not just for ourselves. There are others that would benefit from your happiness. And it's important. For sure, no one will benefit from your unhappiness. Begin to see how cultivating this intention, supporting it, could offer you a sustained happiness. How is that possible if it appears to be somewhat superficial, or maybe not? What are the values and ethical actions of heart that you would gain through this? What is the most elegant and intelligent way you could approach this intention so that it would serve others? That it would not be formed from fear, but formed from joy. And if what arises does not offer you more joy, then go back in. Feel that this desire is like a seal of some sort. And feel that it's now branded in your heart. A dedication to fulfilling this desire is a dedication to serving all beings everywhere. And that's the sustainable joy. It is a gateway to service. Let's seal our practice by dedicating our efforts to the fulfillment of this desire, to the practice of uncovering desire. And then place your hands on your heart, both of them pressed down. Nice deep breath in. You can draw the ears up to the shoulders if you like. And draw them down and make any stretches, slowly coming out, twinkling, wiggling your extremities and coming back in. Take a moment, just breathing in. Nice to be with you all. This is Miriam's primary practice for years. This is actually the practice that got me to meditate, was connecting my dreams on what I thought was the outside world. Now I don't see it that way anymore, into my meditation practice. It can be a really powerful, and a powerful practice for you all. So I have a question that has come up. Joy is the force of creation. Can I say more about that? So yeah. All right, secret time. Joy, fire, friction, creation, transformation comes from a heightened state. And heightened state doesn't always look like, wah! It can also be like just an intense, quiet state too. But I mean a fully embodied state. How are babies made? So I'll just say that, and I'm actually going to leave it alone. I'm going to let you think about it. I'll think about it maybe more, is what I'm saying. Maybe I need to contemplate that a little bit more, and maybe you'll see a meditation session all around joy as a force of creation. But yeah, I hope it sparked your mind because there was some sort of truth that you found within it. And that's where I found it, is like, if I want to, creating something from sadness is a lot harder. Let's say that, So please feel agency to want the things that you want, because we need that fuel. And if that fuel comes from, I want to run every day and get into the marathon, use that fuel. Use that fuel on your spiritual path. I invite you to visit this meditation over and over again, and to join all the other wonderful practitioners on Round Glass anytime, every day. We have live sessions. Join us. See you next time.